Okay, guys, imagine being triggered over this cute ass video. Hello, when I saw this video, I thought like it was so cute, so adorable, and I was so happy for my sis because obviously she's happy in her relationship or marriage. I don't know if that's her husband. I can imagine that's her husband. Like, I'm so happy in general when I see black women winning, when they're happy, when they're appreciated, when they are being loved the way they are. I mean, this woman, she wears her natural 4C hair, and she doesn't have too much makeup and so on, and she's brown skinned, and her husband loves her the way she is and doesn't shame her, like body shame her, like at least what I didn't see it, and I just saw this video. But I want to get to the topic that how black men treat black women, and that's in a bad way. Let's be honest. Black men been telling black women they're ugly even though they look the same. The only difference is that they are men. They like black men look the exact same way as black women. We have the same features, like the dark skin, the big nose, the big lips, the 4C hair. And they try to tell us that we ugly, like, you look stupid. You look like a self-hater because you look the same. You look the same, honestly. And I was so happy to see a black woman being free to feeling free to expand her options and to date a man outside of her race, because black women are very hesitant. But an awakening is happening, and I could also see it in the comments. An awakening is happening. They've been black men worshipping women who criticized it, and of course dusty black men criticizing this video and so on. You can find this video cringe. Yeah, I get it. It can be cringe, and you can be like, oh, seems to be a lot older. But first of all, still, you don't have to be a hater. There's nothing to hate on. Second of all, maybe she's older than you think she is, because black people look younger most of the time. Most of the time black people look younger than they actually are. So I don't know which, like, I cannot what's the word in English? I don't know. I have no idea. I want to say how old he is. I cannot make an assumption. That was the word, an assumption. I cannot make an assumption then now, but I can imagine that the age gap is not as big as you think, because like I said, probably looks younger than she is. And even if the age gap would be big, like, can you mind your business? Can you stop being a hater? Like, they both are happy, obviously. Like, can you just be happy for sis? Can you be happy for them as people being happy? And after she felt insecure of her hair type, because for C hair, like, is being attacked on by the black community, by Blackistan. In the media, we are not getting represented like that. And of course, the white beauty standard is in the forefront. And now you say, yeah, he's a white man. Do you want to praise a white man for appreciating the hair type that's the opposite of the hair type of the women of his community, the women who are being put on a pedestal on a global basis? Yeah, okay, let me get to this. I get what you mean. Yeah, I think when black women divest, we shouldn't put our worship mindset into another group of men. That's not the point of divestment. The point of divestment is to see things, like, accept reality and prioritize yourself and be open to date men outside of your race when it comes to dating, because divestment is not only dating. Yeah, so you shouldn't go to the white man and worship him. Then you didn't understand anything. Then you didn't work on your self-esteem, and you just put the worship to another group of men, and then you are blindly hateful towards black men. That's not the point of divestment. The point of divestment is being honest to yourself and to prioritize love to yourself. So to go back to the point, Yeah, of course, but since white men have global power and globally they're the most dominant men, but I see the Asians are coming. Yeah, the Asians have a lot of economical power, but as for now, when it comes to all types of like when it comes to society and beauty standards, media control, economics, politics, and so on, right now white men are dominant, so of course they're gonna make their women, white women, the beauty standard, of course, because white women are them, but they're just women. And because white men on a global basis and largely don't hate themselves, especially not like black men hate themselves and project it on their women, because white men don't hate themselves, of course they're gonna put the women of their community on a pedestal or make them the beauty standard. That's logical. Like a white man understand that they need white women, like most on a global basis, like in general. But black men fail to understand that. So that's the difference. That's the reason why white men, and it's logical, made white women the beauty standard. That's only logical. But just because they made white women the beauty standard doesn't mean that white men, especially individually, doesn't mean that they don't like your features that make you a black woman. We can see it like me personally. When I dated or got to know white men, they really liked my natural hair. They really preferred my natural hair, how it is, like without manipulating it too much and so on. They really like my natural hair. I don't know if I have type 4C hair. I definitely have type 4 hair, but I'm not sure if it's 4C or it's a mix. That's why I always say I have type 4 hair and I'm proud of it, period. And 4C hair is beautiful and unique and can like and so versatile, and I love to see the awakening. I love to see it. And black women don't like, you always use the term fetishize. Oh no, men of other races can fetishize us. First of all, you don't even know what fetishize means. Like Google the definitions, because many of us use the term in the wrong way, like I did. And second of all, black men, only because they're black doesn't mean they don't fetishize black women. For example, I know someone who was with a white woman and only been in relationships with white women, a black man, and yes, and although he only been in relationships with white women and right now is in a relationship with a white woman, he fetishizes black women, like he's, for example, on social media, follows black women and lusts over them. And I'm like, okay, only because he's a black man doesn't mean he's going to protect you or see you as your sis or love you or respect you or protect you. We see it on a global basis. Black men don't care about their people. So and it's the same thing. Only because he's a white Caucasian or a white Hispanic or a white Asian or a white Arabic man doesn't mean automatically he's going to fetishize you and be, I don't know, a creep and be like, oh, I, you know, like, because I had the situation. A white man on Instagram DM'd me, like I don't know him, and he said, yeah, you know, I never had sex or I never had something with a black woman. And then I'm like, nobody asked and I don't want to know it. And if you want just have sex with a black woman because, I don't know, it's a life goal, then go to institutions. There are some special institutions where you can pay for it. You don't need to use me. Like, honestly, if that's all, there are institutions, if you know what I mean. So, to get to the point, mind your business. The age gap doesn't matter that much when they are both happy, when he doesn't use him being older as an advantage to manipulate her. And when they are both are happy, he makes her happy, he provides for her, he protects her, then what? What are you hating on? And I'm going to show you I'm going to show you some comments, and after you saw the comments, I'm going to comment on the comments. Yeah, I do the same thing as Cynthia G because I love this woman. She helped me to wake up. Really, she's doing so much for us black women. You really need to follow her. You really need to support our sis. Honestly, and yeah, when I saw this real video on Instagram of this cute couple, I needed to talk on this. And after, especially after I saw the comments, I was like, okay, I need to, because I see an awakening. I bet a few years ago, would they upload it? First of all, would they upload it? Second of all, what would have been their comments, is it right? I don't know, where black women say, yeah, you're hating and so on, but look at the comments yourself, then you know what I mean, because I love to see the awakening, and I really love this couple. I really happy for them and happy for my sis that she's happy, and that's why I say, I talk about black men's behavior and their opinion, because I want black women to wake up and to see black men as and see reality, and to accept that black men are just the way they are. They show us clearly what they think of us and how they don't care and how they hate us. You see in America, for example, you see how much they're killing black women. So black women, why you still go on the streets for them? Why you still birth them? Why you still, like, honestly. Okay, let's get to the comments, read the comments, and after, I'm going to comment on the comments, but I think I won't have to comment so much more to that. In conclusion, black women, after you saw how black men are, maybe now you understand why I say I don't care about their opinion. I won't listen to them, and I don't care because they are the losers of the society. Why should I listen to the losers? To become a loser too? To go under with them too? No. No thanks. No. I divest. So guys, let me know what you think in the comments below about these comments, about this video, and about my commentary so far, because honestly I have nothing to add actually to the comments. You already could see which comments I liked, so you can already assume which opinion I got, and I already told you actually everything I think of that. And it was so funny. One black woman said, "Yeah, where your husband at?" Where your husband? Because the black women who are black men worshipping because of our condition in the community, and who are right or dies and so on, where your husbands at? Black men don't marry like that, and when they're rich, they marry outside of their race. They want to invest their money into the white community. That's all they want. They want to spend it on Becky. So where your husband's at with your black love and so on. When you want to stick to black love, that's what you can do, but don't be surprised about the same results. We have the same behavior since centuries on a global basis. Yeah, because I'm not American, or I'm German actually. On a global basis, we have the same situation since centuries, since years, since decades. We do the same mistakes. We don't learn from it because of the narcissistic cycle, the collective the collective narcissism and narcissism in the black community in Blackistan. I get it, but now we are in an day and age where we can come together as black women on the internet, on platforms like Cynthia G's or my platform when we get more maybe, and where we can talk about those things. And obviously on a global basis, there's something very wrong with the black people. So I got nothing more to add. Of course, it was the black man worshipping woman who said something doesn't sit right with me, and making jokes about him looking older. You can make all these jokes, but where your husband's at, like this one woman said. And I love that black women encouraged this woman and been like, yeah, I'm happy for my sis and so on. And yeah, y'all are hateful because it's controversial for a black woman to date white men, to feel happy, to be happy, yeah, because when we think of black women, they are strong, they have to take everything, the burden from the black man, the burden from everybody else but not us, and struggle and single mom and all of that. It's so rare to see black women just luxury, just being provided for, just being loved, just being like not always in distress, you know. So it's controversial for black women to win, to be loved by a man, especially a white man, the white man who conquered your ass, black man who conquered the fuck out of you. And now the Chinese man comes. At first the Arabic man conquered your ass, but you never learn, you never want to learn, and you always hated yourself. So now that black women divest and want the man, no matter the race, want the best man for the job. Now it's controversial, but when black men rap in their songs how they disrespect black women, how they don't care, and do all the horrific things to us, and prefer quote unquote prefer, which actually means exclude every woman that looks like him, but they say prefer to hide their colorism and self-hatred, but everybody can see that you hate yourself. Yeah, they can do all of that. They can say, yeah, I want my white Caucasian woman, I want my Latinas and so on. Latinas not a race. They mean white Latinas, light-skinned Latinas, mixed women, biracial women, but biracial women who are light-skinned, have looser curl patterns, and so on. We all know that they can do that. It's normal. We just take it, and we don't dare to say anything, otherwise we get gaslighted and saying we are bitter, and they don't listen to our arguments. They don't want to discuss with us, otherwise we are too much. So I'd say all of that. So black women, wake up and feel encouraged to expand your options. I don't care anything about what black men do or say about me or black women. They can go suck a dick. That's what they can do. And I'm not hateful. I just don't care, and I just want to keep my distance from black men, because they're, for me, most of them, they're dangerous. Most of them, they are wasting my time. And only because you date another man from another race and he thinks you're pretty and he adores you and admires you, like this man, you can see in his face he loves his wife. Yeah. Doesn't mean he fetishizes you. Like, take the compliment, black women, take the compliment. And now you're used to being treated like shit, but when you're at first, before you go into a relationship, divest, and I mean with that, learn to love yourself and so on, respect yourself, all of that, then you will have a healthy view of what's meant. How did you understand that? But when you do the inner self work, then you'll be able to view things realistically, and you're gonna take care of yourself and protect yourself from crazy people in general, not only when it comes to men or women, depends on your sexuality, not only when it comes to dating, in general, that people cannot treat you crazy without consequences, honestly. Without consequences, because you have learned then to love yourself. Yeah, that's very important. That's very important. And only because white men think you're beautiful doesn't mean you need to worship them or ignore racism. Like all of a sudden, because you have a white husband who loves you, that racism doesn't exist now, or that he doesn't have racist tendencies, because it's deeply rooted. We live in a racist society, so it's deeply rooted, and sometimes we don't even notice it. So don't be blind. Yeah, divestment is not about taking your worship mentality and your low self-esteem to another man. No, but I repeat myself so much. So I just want to show you the overall mentality of the majority of black women. Let me show you again. I think I showed that on my German channel, but let me show you again this video of a white woman asking women from other ethnicities, cultures, and races about how important is money for you when it comes to dating a man.
How important is money to you in a relationship? It's important.
It's not that big a deal.
So you'll be with a broke person.
Not for
No
long.
money.
You have to try.
And you give them an allowance in the meantime?
I'm not gonna lie. I do a whole bunch of stupid shit when I'm in love.
Not important at all. I feel like them being in a relationship with me, I could get them to where they need to be, so that money's not a problem.
Yo, ride or die. I know I'm not one for sure. I will never ride or die, but we have
Luck is
one
luck.
here. How important is money to you in a relationship?
It's everything. If I don't have any money, then it's just what's the point?
Ooh. I mean, it's not the number one thing, but I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's kind of important, but you don't have to have a lot of money, but at least have a plan to work toward getting money. Like, don't just be a bum ass dude sitting at home doing nothing.
You're not giving nobody no allowances.
Hell no. Get your ass a job.
Invest.
Okay, ciao. Anyways, guys, listen, like black women, listen to what these white women just said. Yeah, money is important. Yeah, money is the first thing. Like, money is the first thing. When you don't have money, when you don't have a job, when you don't have any stability, why should I be in a relationship with you? Like, isn't the purpose of a relationship to be with someone so you can add to your own happiness more happiness? You benefit each other. Of course, love and so on, the feelings, emotions is important too, but love won't feed you. Love won't give you a home. Like, do you know what I mean? And by the way, love is just a chemical process. It's not like in Disney movies. You can explain everything with science. But anyway, that's not the topic. But I just wanted to say we can make even another video about when it comes to black men shaming black women, saying we are gold diggers. Are you stupid? Are you... But in general, any man of any race, when he says you're a gold digger because you expect him to provide, you expect him to pay certain things, leave, bye, run. When he says, yeah, what do you bring to the table? Run. Like, honestly, when you have red flags, when you see red flags in the beginning, run. Don't stay and hope you're gonna change. You yourself need to know what you want. So, but like I said, we can make a whole other video of it, maybe in the future. That's all I can say to that. It's like it's controversial for black women to date interracially, but for black men, it's not controversial. Plus, it's not even controversial that they disrespect black women on a daily basis. But we are still expected to fall for this big love bullshit. No, no, honestly, like I said, to get more educated and have more insight, please watch Cynthia G. I really recommend Cynthia G. That you subscribe to her YouTube channel. She helped me also to wake up and to be unapologetically honest. And thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and when you subscribe, click on the notification bell so you won't miss anything. Share my video, share my channel, especially black women. Talk about that. Show it your mom, your grandma, your auntie, your sister, your daughter, your cousin. I don't care. And what else? Yeah, I said share, subscribe, like, oh, and comment. Very important, comment what are your thoughts. So thank you so much, and I see you next time. Bye.